Hello, Mark Red Larson here for the Dreamcatcher Podcast. Thanks for joining us. Today, my guest is
Donna.
Nice to meet you, Donna.
Nice.
And thanks for joining us on the podcast today. So, Donna, we're in Hastings, Nebraska, actually in your business. So, what is that business that you have?
We are called Special Scoops.
Okay,
We are a nonprofit.
cool.
Why we are special is two really good reasons. First, we employ only special needs individuals,
Awesome.
developmentally and intellectually disabled.
Okay, very cool.
And we are the only hard pack ice cream store in Hastings.
Very cool.
We carry 30 different flavors of hard
Wow.
pack ice cream.
Can't go wrong on that.
No.
That's a lot of flavors to try.
But we also have dairy free.
Oh, really?
And we put different flavors with our dairy free and keep them completely dairy free. It's a
Very
vegan
cool.
mix that we use.
Really? Okay.
And so if you've got,
Which-
one person or two people in your family that can't have dairy,
Right.
at least the whole family can still go and have a treat.
Yeah, that is good. And if it's dairy free, what do they use to make?
Coconut milk.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds very, very
Yeah.
good.
It's amazing. The
Pretty close to being like,
It's really pretty close. Maybe
Okay.
just almost a little bit sweeter, but
okay, that's like
Yeah.
you say, the whole family can go out for a treat
Exactly,
day. So that's it's a
exactly.
win-win. So,
yeah.
so what got you started with doing an ice cream shop?
Well, I grew up right here in Hastings,
Cool.
born and raised right here. And as a kid, there was they call them Daisy Queens.
Okay.
I mean, we had so many of them here in town. It was just,
Okay. Okay.
And we had Bob Gary's ice cream, and they made their own
Oh,
hard pack ice cream.
would have been very, very good.
Yes. And then we had Goodrich.
Okay.
Well, my son now is 44 years old.
Okay.
He was not even a teenager yet when Goodrich closed.
Okay. So quite a
So
while.
Hastings had been that long without an actual
Pretty ice cream
ice cream.
shops.
ice
Yeah,
cream shop.
bacon,
We'd have, we've got the Dairy Queen, we've got the other things like that, the
Right.
soft serve,
Uh-huh.
but we didn't have an actual ice
Right.
cream shop that you could get more than just chocolate or vanilla.
Very cool. Okay. So,
And I grew up in my grandparents' home. After my parents divorced, my mom and brother and I moved back in with her parents.
okay.
And she had a younger sister who lived with us also, who had cerebral palsy.
Okay.
So I grew up with the special needs community.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense there. So,
And my husband and I married. We had 3 children of our own.
okay.
Then our oldest son was in a relationship and had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And the mom decided that's not what she,
Really?
no.
Wow.
So when his son was 1 month old, he said, "Mom, I can't do this by myself."
I see
said,
that.
So Aaron came to live with us, and he's 21 years old now.
Cool.
And he has mild autism
Okay.
and mild to moderate intellectual disability.
Okay.
So when he was 9, we started in Special Olympics, and I
Nice.
became the head of delegation for the school
Oh, really?
age.
Okay.
I did that for 10 years.
Oh, okay.
And knowing that there's really quite a few higher functioning disabled individuals here in Hastings
I can see that.
that they want to really feel fulfilled.
And I can
in a
definitely
job.
understand that. Yes. I think everybody does. Yes.
Everybody does.
Yep.
That's, we all need that.
We do.
And Aaron at the time was 17, and we were looking at pretty soon he's going to be out in that community, and
Yeah.
Hastings had been, so I asked on Facebook on the you're from Hastings, Nebraska.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What would people think if I was to start an ice cream shop and I was only going to employ special needs? I had 35 positive responses in 15 minutes.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah,
That is-
yeah.
I mean, that is.
And so we started doing some fundraising,
Uh-huh. Okay.
We did start out as an LLC
You did. Okay.
for the first year,
Okay.
but then we realized that we were going to be much better off becoming a nonprofit.
Oh, really? Okay.
And that way, then we can apply for grants.
Oh, yeah. That would be very important. Yes.
Yes, to help us out. And so in 2021, we opened in September of 2019.
Okay.
And then in March of 2021, we became a nonprofit.
Oh, it's okay.
But God's been with us. I mean,
Very nice.
it's because we opened the 21st of September
Mm-hmm.
of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
The exact wrong end
Yeah,
of the
true. Yeah, that's
season
true.
For,
That's
for an ice cream
season.
shop.
True.
Yes.
Yes.
And we made it through that winter. Our employees would volunteer their time, and
Nice.
then they got their tips. They were
That's
still
so
getting
great.
paid a little bit,
I love that.
but they were willing to volunteer. And then in the spring, we started bringing people back
Okay.
on payroll, and then they shut everybody down for COVID.
Yeah.
But we didn't close at all.
Oh, really? Okay.
We did, people would call in their orders. We would deliver them out to the curbside.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Yes.
Yep.
Uh,
So we didn't close at all.
okay.
We only
cool.
had 5 days in that whole thing of
Wow,
COVID
that's really good.
that we had to close.
Very
And that's
good.
because they said I had COVID, but I never had
Wow.
any symptoms.
Okay.
So anyway, so we've been open 7 days a week for the last 4 years.
That's a lot of hours where you can get ice cream, which is
Yes.
a good thing.
Yes. And our employees, it's just been so wonderful to watch them
Yeah.
grow.
I can
It's-
see that too.
You know, and the community has been so fantastic to us.
That is excellent too.
It-
It's very.
They've really been a huge support.
Oh.
It's they love the fact that they have the ice cream store.
True. Oh, yes.
They have,
yes.
you know, the kids love it, of course,
Oh, yes.
but a lot of the older folks really appreciate it's something that they can remember,
True.
you know.
With growing up and being
Yeah.
younger, yeah.
Yeah, and they can start a tradition with their grandkids.
Which is always great.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that's very good.
so
So how many people do you employ?
we have about 18
Wow, quite a
in
few.
the summertime. We
Which
have
makes
about
sense in
18.
that time
Yeah.
period. So
Because most of our employees, I would say 99% of our employees are on Social Security
okay.
because of their disabilities.
Sure. Okay.
So we are very conscious to be sure that they don't work too many
Yeah.
hours,
So they lose that benefit. Yeah.
so they don't lose their benefits
Yeah.
there.
I could see that too. I hadn't thought
And
about
and a lot of times 2 hours at a time, you know, 2 or 3 days a week is about all that they can, some of them physically and others of them
that. Mhm.
um
Mhm.
emotionally handle.
Just enough that's where
Yeah, yeah.
and I could see that too.
And so we don't want to, you know, we don't want this to be hard.
Yeah, you
on
want to
them.
kind of make it a win for everybody. Yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah, and that makes
Oh.
sense. So
Yeah.
I know what's going on. So you want to explain to the audience what you have in the works right now?
Oh, we are moving next door to where we currently are on 2nd Street. We're moving to the corner of 2nd and St. Joe.
Okay.
It used to be, for the ones who have been around here for a long time, Mr. Bill's Hardware,
Okay.
or Spanky's Antiques was in there
I do
too.
remember that one too. Yes.
Yes. And then right next door to it was Ken's Pawn Shop.
Oh, really? Okay.
And we are taking both spaces.
Which is
So, yeah, we're going to have over 3,500 square feet.
wow.
And we will have a party venue that we can rent out.
Okay.
If you want to have a family reunion or
Very cool.
kid's birthday party.
Perfect,
or-
yeah.
Yeah.
What kid wouldn't like that at an ice cream?
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
definitely a win-win.
Have it at the ice cream shop. And
They'll always remember that. Yes.
mom doesn't have to worry about the house and having all those
True.
kids in the house
True.
and yeah. So you can just let us know down here. And we do have 2 catering vehicles too.
Oh, really?
That we
Okay.
go out and we do events.
Wow.
People call and book us. We did 2 weddings on Saturday.
Did you? Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
That's my kind of wedding.
Yeah. Well, and this summer we actually did about 5 funerals.
I like that too. That's really, I would have never
We had-
put those
Yeah.
together.
Well, the first lady that came in, she said, my dad absolutely loved ice cream.
That is so awesome.
That was his favorite thing was
Uh-huh.
ice cream.
Uh-huh.
And she said, so to me, it makes sense to have
Sure.
ice cream.
It does.
And so
like
for that one, we did our mini scoops and the kids all scooped up. They had about 125 mini scoops.
So it's been just all ready. So
And they
okay.
came and picked it up and took it to the church and everyone could pick what they wanted.
I like that. That's more of because funerals are usually,
Yeah.
but that's more of like a celebration of the person.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I think that
Yeah.
is so cool. So, okay. So how do people get a hold of you?
You can reach us here at the shop. Our store number is 402-461-5860.
Okay.
Or you can reach me on my cell phone, which is 402-519-0192. And yeah, and I keep my calendar, which I call my brain, with me most all
That's
the
me
time.
too. Yeah.
But yeah, between Bonnie and I have an assistant manager here, Bonnie,
Okay.
and I don't know where I'd be without her. We do have lunches.
Oh, really? Okay.
We have a daily
Okay.
lunch special.
Nice.
On Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we do sloppy joes.
Nice. Those are always
with
good.
Chips and potato salad, and that's $6. If you want to
Sure.
add a 20-ounce drink, it's another $2.
Very
If you
reasonable.
want to add a single scoop, which is 8 ounces of ice cream, it's another $2. So you can have a
And-
whole
and-
meal for $10.
Which you don't find in today's world.
No,
So, and who wouldn't
no.
want to add ice cream? I mean,
Exactly.
I forget the other. I want ice cream. Yeah. So.
Well, and the
uh,
one thing that we have really tried to do is, like I said, we have 30 flavors,
That's a lot of flavors.
and we carry cherry nut all the time.
Oh, and that's one that I know I always had at my grandparents. I like that is
Mhm.
one that brings
Yeah.
back memories.
And you can't get
So-
that anywhere else.
Yeah, I haven't seen
can't-
it for a
no.
long time.
They don't make it in the stores anymore. And butter brickle,
That's a good one too.
yes, and black walnut.
Oh, I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Yeah,
Okay.
we carry that one all the time.
Okay.
And then butter pecan, we carry all
Oh,
the time.
that is all good. I mean, I
So,
love ice cream.
yeah.
So do you have peppermint stick ice cream at Christmas?
All the
That
time.
was-
We carry that one all the time.
Oh, yeah, really? Oh, that's good to know.
And we have one. It's called pumpkin pie.
Can't go wrong with that.
It tastes exactly like a piece of pumpkin pie. It even has bits of pie crust.
That sounds really good.
Just add a little whipped cream on top of that, and oh,
You're
Yeah.
good to go then.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
very good. So
so
okay, what you're doing next door with all this expansion? So I think you have like some fundraising going on.
we do have some fundraising going on. We're always doing fundraising,
Excellent,
and being a 501c3,
Okay.
any donations we can give you receipts,
Okay.
and you can use them on your taxes.
Nice. Okay.
So
That's a good deal
we
for
can
both
help
sides.
both
Yeah.
sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do have some significant costs in moving next door. So,
Yes.
we are applying for grants. But any and all help that we can get
Yes.
is definitely appreciated,
Yes.
because we do pay our employees
Okay.
minimum wage.
Okay.
They're not on a scale, because they do get their tips also.
Which is cool.
And because a lot of our employees, they don't see their actual paychecks.
And I could see that.
They go
Yeah.
into their bank account, and their Social Security checks go into their bank account,
Okay.
and someone else handles the money for them.
Okay.
But what they get in tips here,
They
they
get.
take home.
Oh, so they
They take
that's
home with
awesome.
them at the end of the day. So they have
a little bit of spending money
their,
there or whatever.
they have
just
their
wanted to-
spending money.
Oh,
Yeah. So
very nice.
that makes,
Yes, and that's where that's it's always nice to have that money right
Exactly.
there.
Yeah.
That you
Yeah.
can definitely see it.
So, but yes, we are always so very, very grateful for any and all donations
Okay.
that we can
Awesome.
get.
awesome. And I
Um,
hope you get a bunch from this podcast here.
I,
So,
I,
because I know what you showed me. I mean, with the wood floors, it's going to be so neat. It's going to be,
yes.
and you talked about outside with it having
We
tables
we
and
have awnings along the whole front and down the side.
uh-huh.
So we will have tables and chairs out in the summertime. So
Nice.
you can sit out and on the under the canopy and in the shade and
That's going to be so nice.
oh
I mean,
yeah.
really, really.
Yeah. It's just wonderful.
And you said you showed me the other day with the wood floors, you were going to make it like with the old fashioned lights or something.
Oh
too, with
yes,
the-
we have the old
so-
schoolhouse lights that are going
okay.
to go in.
Okay.
And it's oak flooring. It's original
beautiful.
oak. The building was built in 1914. Has the original ceiling.
And I love the ceiling, and it is. It's great.
Yes, yes. And so we're trying to make it look like the old fashioned,
Perfect.
you know.
Simpler time, kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah. With the,
exactly.
which we need
yes.
more, I believe, in this day and
Oh,
age. So
Yes. But and like I said, we really do believe that God's been with us
Yep.
on this entire thing because it's there's been so many times that I've been told that's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that.
People, there's always the ones out there that
It's,
say yes.
When we first started to get when we wanted to do our catering truck,
Uh-huh.
we had looked online to try and find something.
Right.
And the first 3 that we got a hold of was scams.
Oh.
And so on a Monday morning, I called a friend of mine here in town that has camper company,
Okay.
camper sales.
Okay.
And I said, this is what I'm looking for. And he said, boy, do I have a deal for you.
This was nice to hear.
This was on Monday. On
Okay.
the Thursday before that, he had traded
Oh.
for a one family owner. It was one family had owned this camper.
Okay.
It was a 1975 Chevrolet P30.
Okay. Nice.
Everything original, 72,000 miles.
Oh wow, that's a little miles for that at age.
Exactly. And he looked up in Kelly Blue Book, was supposed to have been $16,500.
Okay.
Was what Kelly Blue Book said this should sell for
Right,
because
right.
it was vintage.
Mm-hmm.
And he sold it to us for $500.
Oh wow. If that doesn't God was definitely with you in that deal.
Exactly.
I love that.
And we ran that truck for 2 years. It started having some major problems on us this last summer
Okay.
on our way down to Geneva, down to the hospital to do an event.
Okay.
We got it back. We made it back to Hastings.
That's good.
And I put on Facebook that Scoop had had a heart attack.
Yeah. Okay.
The
So that was the name of the
license-
vehicle?
the license
David
plate.
has that. Okay.
The license plate says
Awesome.
SKOOP,
Wow.
Scoop.
So cool.
And the Scoop had a heart attack. And we were going to have to find a replacement.
Uh-huh.
And that night, a kiddo that went to school with my boys,
Right.
he had bought a 2006 shuttle bus
Okay.
from Hastings College and
Oh,
used
yeah.
it for Boy Scouts. And they weren't using it anymore. And he donated it.
Oh wow. You
Don't
have
they?
had yeah.
It's just, it just seems like when we're down to nothing and how are we going to keep going,
Mhm. Yeah.
something shows up.
Yep.
Something shows
God
up.
wants you to rely on him. And,
And
yeah, and that has
It's-
really worked
yes.
well.
Yes,
So, very
yes.
well.
It's like, it's because I honestly believe there's no other reason that we are still here, starting at the wrong end,
Yeah. Right.
going through COVID,
Yep.
through all of the bus things and everything else.
Yep.
If he didn't want us here,
You wouldn't.
we wouldn't be here.
No, you wouldn't.
We wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we wouldn't be affecting as many people
Yes.
as we are.
You are. And
Not just the special needs community, but the community in general.
you really are. I mean, and the surrounding communities
Yes,
too.
definitely.
So I mean,
Definitely.
I don't know how far you go when you go out of
We
town.
have gone as far as Osceola.
Oh, really? Okay.
We go down to Superior.
What ways then?
We've gone to Minden.
Okay.
This last weekend we went to Franklin
Okay.
for a wedding.
Okay.
So we have done several. Um, we have gone several, and we've gone as far as Brand.
That's a long ways. Wow.
So
So people just come in here and or just get a hold of you.
they
then
get a
you
hold
just
of me,
kinda...
and we book an event,
Okay.
and yep.
Very nice.
So
So okay, we're here. Where do you see? Where would you like this to be in 5 years?
um, I want to be right where we're heading to.
Okay.
In my mind, I can see that corner spot being when people think of downtown Hastings, they think Special Scoops is downtown
That's awesome.
and would be just a block east of the Rivoli Theater.
Right.
So we'll, um,
I mean, downtown is, so neat anyway. Anybody who's
Yeah.
ever been to Hastings,
Oh,
Nebraska, is downtown.
there's
It's
so much growth going
Yeah.
on down here. And just right on the right catty corner from where we will be in the summertime, we have the farmers market
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's perfect too.
Yes.
So
right over in the little park right across the street.
very neat.
Yes.
So would you ever think about opening it up in a neighboring town? I mean, that would
I
be really overwhelming, maybe. But
I have had people ask
I
me that.
bet.
And I tell them, I will give you all of the hints, all of the I will give you everything I know. But,
Right.
but this is enough.
Yeah, you don't want to spread yourself too thin. That's
Exactly. My husband and I both are actually on disability ourselves.
For sure. Oh wow. Okay.
He was injured at work, and I have autoimmune disorder and other things. So it's like my brother kept telling me when I was talking about my aunt, my grandparents, anyone who knows Hastings at all, it was called Hope Training School.
Okay.
And it was for the disabled because back in it was started in 1959.
Okay.
My mom's sister was 16.
Okay.
And at that time, once they were 16, the school was done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The school
that
did
was it
nothing
then.
more with them.
Okay.
And there was no Goodwill or Mid Nebraska or Mosaic or anything
we
like
have
that.
today, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Either they stayed at home or they went to an institution.
Wow.
And so my grandparents were one of 6 families here in Hastings that started Hope Training School.
Wow.
And they would
Love
go,
that.
and that went for almost 50 years.
Wow. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to check that out more because I have
Yeah,
never
it
heard of
was
that
out
till
at-
right now.
It was out at the Good Samaritan Village.
Really? Okay.
They did ceramics, and they used to do all of the package bows for the
Oh.
J.M. McDonald's.
Oh yeah, I
department
definitely
store.
remember that change. So
Yeah. So, it's this kind of thing it's been passed down.
Yeah, I was gonna
to
say
me.
it's definitely your family. Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
And so, I pray I'm doing my grandparents proud too.
I'm sure you are. I know you are.
But my brother reminded me, he said, Grandma and Grandpa helped get things started. Then they handed it
yeah,
off.
you kind of pass the torch on to
You
the next
hand it
generation.
off.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm hoping. I'm praying in the next probably 2 or 3 years that someone comes to us with a heart for
Yep.
this that we have here
Yep.
that can
Kinda
take over
Keep it
over
going.
and keep it going, because I would,
That would really be awesome.
I could see this being a mainstay for Hastings.
Oh, I could too. Definitely. Yeah, that would be what a thing to know Hastings for too.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah. It's just so, and I think you will have somebody do that. I'm pretty sure you will.
That's my prayer, is that God brings somebody to us who has a heart for this.
And God,
like we do.
and God knows what your heart
Exactly.
is too. So, and everything you're doing, and
Yes.
that's so awesome. So anything else you would like to tell the audience today?
Well, we had a pre-open house
Okay.
last week,
Okay.
and we had 3 things that were donated to us
Okay.
to do a silent auction.
Nice.
And we really didn't have any bids on
Okay.
them.
Okay.
One is an autographed football signed by Mike Rozier,
Wow.
Johnny Rogers,
Wow.
and Eric Crouch.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Football.
Yes. And the starting bid on that is $350.
Okay. Okay.
And then we have a Keurig double. It will make either a pot or a single.
Oh, very
pot.
nice. Yeah.
Coffee pot.
That's a
we
good
donated.
thing. You
Yes.
can't have too much coffee.
Yes. And then we have a 40-inch Roku TV.
Wow. Very nice.
So, and I forget now what the starting was on those 2, but
Okay.
you can call me and I can.
Those are, so how long will that go on for?
We're going to do that probably. I think we'll announce those winners probably on Lighting of the Lights.
Okay. And that's,
It's 16th of November.
is that when that is? Okay. Okay.
Mhm. So
And that'd
you
be a
have some
perfect time. That would be a
Yeah.
perfect time to do that too. So,
Yeah.
so will you have, I mean, lights or what will you have?
Oh
on
yes,
that?
we
I'm
will
sure
be
you will have.
definitely. If you've never been to Lighting of the Lights in Hastings, it's the night that they close down 2nd Street
Okay.
and everybody is out. Everybody is out. Santa Claus comes that
Hey,
night.
that's always good.
And they turn on all the lights, the decoration lights
Very
in the downtown on that night at 7:00. It starts at 5:00
Okay.
and goes till about 7:30.
Okay.
But
Perfect.
they have different schools. The kids come down and
Oh, really?
and sing
Oh,
and sing Christmas carols and
very nice.
do dances. The little dance clubs in town come and
Sounds like
there's
lot
a
of fun.
stage and they do their dances.
So great way to start the Christmas season.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly. Yes.
No, and that's what we need more of that in this world.
Exactly.
Boy, do we
It's
need
been
more of it.
going on for over 20 years here. in
Really?
Hastings. Yes.
I did not realize that.
Yes. Yes.
No, that's oh my gosh, I just can't believe how fast this year's going
Oh,
by
I know.
too.
I know.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, that
And we
is-
will be so easy to find at Christmas.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
we are right across the street from Dutton Laneson
Okay.
downtown.
Okay.
And the Dutton Laneson in town here always has a huge lighted Christmas tree on the corner
Oh yeah, I know
of
what
their
you're talking
building,
about.
on
Yes.
the side of their building.
Nice, great big green. Yes, they will.
And we're right across the
Just
street.
like look for the tree and then
Yeah,
you
yeah,
look for the
and
ice
we're
cream.
right across the
So-
street. Yeah.
So cool. I mean, I
Yeah.
love that. So
Yeah.
so no, thank you so much for
You're
being
welcome.
the guest today.
You're welcome.
And
The one thing I didn't mention
Yes,
though is
yes.
that when we get moved over
Yes.
into the new shop,
yes,
we are going to start opening at 9 in the morning
okay,
so
okay.
that we can have coffee hour.
Oh,
So, because there's been several of the smaller little diners and such where the older folks would go and have coffee and visit
sure. Oh yeah.
that have closed down. So, we decided we're going to have all this room.
Yeah, it's true. That
We're
would be
going to open up at 9 in the morning,
nice.
Monday through Saturday.
Okay.
We will be open from
Perfect.
9 until 6.
Okay.
And then on Sundays, we will be open from 1 to 6.
Perfect. I mean, and that's a town needs that too. I
Yeah.
mean, I like going to those places, just having coffee and some camaraderie or just
There you
talking
go.
and everything.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so when that'll open when you get
When we
everything
get
done
over
over
there,
here.
yes.
Okay.
And we plan on being in there by lighting of the lights.
Okay. So not that far away
No,
then.
not that far away.
Oh, so that's something to look forward to.
Yes.
Everything to look forward to.
Yeah.
So, well, Donna, thank you for
You're
being
welcome.
my guest. And
Yeah.
maybe you can do a follow-up podcast sometime down the line.
Yeah.
Okay. Or maybe you'd want your own podcast.
No,
No?
I don't think so.
Don't blame me.
I don't think
I don't know
so.
when you'd have time anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe
good.
we'll see you on lighting of the lights.
Oh yes, you will. Yeah, I got to check this all out. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, that sounds good. I think we'll leave it right there.
Okay.
Thanks for joining me today
You're
on the Dream Kitchen podcast, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm.